Hello mga kabibig! Welcome back sa ating bagong YouTube channel. Ito ang pinakamaingay na YouTuber sa balat ng YouTube. Ako si Kabibig Maglabag-labag na with evidence. So ngayon mga kabibig, trending na trending itong Bukana Bridge Project ng Davao City under sa tulong ng China. Naku, inangkin ni BBM. Isa daw ito sa kanyang mga, ano tawag doon? Mga legacy projects, mga kabibig. Nako, hindi makapayag ang mga DDS, ang mga Duterte supporters. Hinanap kung saan ito nagsimula at kung sino ang utak ng Bukana Bridge sa Davao City. At natagpuan nila ang totoong istorya. Ito kabibig, from Jason sa mga kabibig. Si VP Sara pala ang utak ng Bukana Bridge sa Davao City. Noong mayor pa si VP Sara, tingnan nyo mga kabibig, This was October 3, 2018. Hindi pa Vice President si VP Sara, kundi mayor pa ng Davao. The Chinese will help build the city's 1.5 billion Davao River Bridge Bukana project, one of the big ticket projects planned by Mayor Sara Duterte. So, ito pala yung one of the big ticket projects of VP Sara. Mayor Sara announced this during her State of the City address SOCA on Tuesday. Once this pushes through, there will then be 5 bridges that will cross the Davao River. Sabi ng iba, nako, edited yan kabibig. Hindi kami maniniwala dyan. Edited talaga yan. Edited daw ito kabibig. Ito daw, edited daw ito, sabi ng mga bashers ni VP Sara na hindi sila maniniwala na kay VP Sara yan, one of the big target projects of VP Sara nung mayor pa. Hinanap ko yung yung article na iyan kasi luma na 2018, di ba? Na 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 24, 25, mag-8 years na. So hanapin natin kung meron pa ba tayong makita. Ito kabibig Ay, ito, Philippine News Agency, sa gobyerno talaga. Hinanap ko. Ito, Chinese to undertake 1.5 billion Davao Bridge Project. The Chinese will help build the city's 1.5 billion Davao River Bridge Bukana project, one of the big ticket projects planned by Mayor Sara Duterte. Mayor Sara announced this during her State of the City address SOCA on Tuesday. Once this pushes through, there will then be 5 bridges that will cross the Davao River, she said. Basahin natin ha. The Davao River Bridge Bukana will be an 800 linear meter bridge, including approaches, and will connect the segment B of the Coastal Road project from Times Beach to Rojas Avenue. There will be part of the Davao High Standard Highway Network, which includes Davao City Bypass Road of 44.6 kilometers, the 23.3 kilometers Davao City Expressway, and the 18.2 kilometer Davao City Coastal Road. Ang dami palang mga programa pa dapat ng mga proyekto. In an earlier interview, Department of Public Works and Highway Regional Director Alan Borromeo said the Chinese government is interested in building the major bridge. Ang dami pala, Although the design is already complete, Borromeo said the project cannot be implemented yet because it still needs an official agreement between the Philippines and China. Borromeo said the bridge will connect the next phase of the ongoing City Coastal project. So, ito ay plano ni VP Sara. One of the big ticket projects of VP Sara. Well, in fact, yung iba nagsabi, ka-BBM daw ito. Si BBM namang sabi, one of the, legacy projects niya. Pero si VP Sara pa lang to, nakakahiya naman to kabibig. Baka sabihin nyo naman gawa-gawa ko. Nabasa natin yan, Ito ay Philippine News Agency. So, hindi ito chika-chika lang, basahin niyo yan, bakit naman, yan, kita niyo naman yan. So, hindi ko yan gawa-gawa. Baka sabihin niyo, naku si Kabibig, kailangan talagang panindigan na kay Sarah. Nabasa ko. Yun lang yung interpretasyon ko. So sana, kung aangkinin man ni BBM, sana isipin din niya kung sino yung mga tao na unang nakaisip ng ganitong proyekto, kung sino yung mga taong nasa likod ng unang pagpaplano ng proyekto. Okay namang angkinin mo kasi sa administrasyon mo ngayon gobyerno mo ngayon walang problema yun basta as long as i-credit mo rin yung mga taong nasa likod nito. Yung mga taong unang nakaisip na magkaroon ng bridge sa Ambucana Bridge. Hindi yung parang ikaw na lang lahat. Ako, baka feel kasi ng mga tao na parang siya yung nag-negotiate, parang siya yung nag-administer at lahat-lahat nagplano. Well, in fact, kay VP Sara pa lang nung mayor pa siya. O napanood nyo ba ang statement ni BBM? Ay, hindi nyo napanood ang statement ni BBM. Pakinggan natin ang statement ni BBM ba na super proud siya. Ay, grabe yung pagka-proud ni BBM, mga kabib. Wala mang problema kung very proud si BBM. There's nothing wrong with that. Pero, as like I said, kailangan talaga niyang kailangan niyang maging transparent din. Accountability and transparency and fairness, mga kabibig. So ito, manood tayo ha. I think napanood na rin ang video ito na talagang inangkin. Yung ibang sabi, hindi naman inangkin ni BBM. For me ha, disclaimer lang, yun ang pagkaintindi ko.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning.
Tingnan natin ha. Nangyari, bakit walang sound si BBM? Okay. For a while, tinan natin. Again. BBM, nangyari, wala kang sound. Let's proceed.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning. Andito ngayon tayo sa Bucana Bridge. Nakakatapos, it is a 1.3 kilometer bridge. Kasama ito sa buong bypass na ginagawa around the Davao City. At ito'y sinasabi, ang estimate natin, na ang biyahe na dati halos 2 oras ay mababawasan, magiging mga 25 minutes, 20 minutes na lang. Kaya't malaking ginhawa. Lalong-lalo na ay ngayon na magpapasko tayo, alam naman natin nangyayari sa traffic. Kaya ito ay magagamit. We will open the bridge on the 15th, December 15, gagawin na. Matatapos yung buong bypass by December 2027. So tuloy, tapos na lahat ito all the way. Kaya't ito ay nagsimula, na-approve ito noong July ng 2022. Nagsimula ito ng 2023, early 2023.
Late 2023.
I'm sorry, late 2023 kasi mga approval. At ngayon ay tapos na. Kaya't natulungan naman tayo ng ating mga Chinese na contractor dahil ang ganda ng technology nila kaya napakabilis at marunong talaga sila magpatayo ng magandang tulay, magandang infrastructure na mabilis at nasa tamang gastos, nasa tamang presyo. So this is one of the 4 major projects that our legacy projects that we will be finishing in Davao and its environs. So nakatapos na tayo, marami na tayong nabuksan na section dito. And this will be now another major part of this bypass road. So I'm congratulating the DPWH for their good attention to this matter, and lahat ng nagtrabaho rito, congratulations. At we're looking forward to December 15 kung kailan meron ng dadaan na traffic dito. Thank you.
So yun Kabibig, yun ang statement ni BBM na December 15 possibly i-open na yung bridge na yun. So may nag-comment dito Kabibig, sabi, how Davao City get a modern 3 share ko na lang sa inyo ha, para may idea din tayo kung bakit nakakuha ang Davao City ng ganun-ganun ka magandang offer from China. From Doc Alan Butuyan. Basahin natin. Kita nyo ba? Sige, basahin natin ha. how Davao City got a more than 3.2 billion Bukana Bridge at no cost to the national government. It's a donation, not a debt. No repayment, unlike a loan from the World Bank, Japan, or the JICA, or even other Chinese banks. The Philippine government doesn't have to pay this money back. It's a gift, official development assistance, or or ODA. No interest. So there is no principal debt. There is no interest accumulating over time. It does it does not add to the national debt of the Philippines. So grabe ang tulong ng Japan and China. The arrangement that made the Bukana Bridge basically free for the Philippines was structured through a specific diplomatic and financial instrument called an Agreement on Economic and Technical Cooperation. This wasn't a standard business deal. It was a government-to-government transaction designed that no money ever needed to leave the Philippines treasury for the construction. Here is the architecture of the deal, explaining how it worked. The legal umbrella, the basket of grants. The bridge was not negotiated as a single isolated item. It was part of a larger basket of aid promised by China to the Philippines under the Duterte administration. The agreement on November 2018 and later solidified in December 2022, the two governments signed an agreement on economic and technical cooperation. The pledge. China pledged roughly 500 million or a total of 25 million USD in grant funding. This pot of money was designated to pay for specific infrastructure projects, with the Bukana Bridge being the largest item on the list. Second, the payment mechanism, direct payment. This is the key to why it felt free, but also why it stalled initially. The Philippines never received the cash. Oh. How it works. When the contractor China Road and Bridge Corporation finishes a section of the bridge, they send the bill to the Philippine DPWH for verification, who writes the check. Once the DPWH verifies the work is done, they do not pay the bill. Instead, they forward the approval to the Chinese government. The Chinese government then transfer the money directly to the Chinese contractor's bank account. The result, the money stays within the Chinese financial ecosystem, moving from the Chinese state to the Chinese company, while the Philippines receives the physical infrastructure. Oh, yun pala. Pangatlo, the condition, restricted bidding. To make this arrangement happen, the Philippines had to agree to a specific hiring process. The shortlist, the Philippines was not allowed to open the bidding to Filipino companies or other international firms. The selection, China provided a shortlist of 3 state-owned Chinese companies. The Philippine government, DPWH, then conducted a bidding process only among those 3. The winner was China Road and Bridge Corporation. Sa China talaga lahat. The compromise, localized implementation. In many aid projects, the donor country controls everything: design, management, and labor. However, for the Bukana Bridge, the Philippines negotiated a localized implementation mode. What this meant, even though China paid for and built the bridge, the DPWH Philippines remained the project manager. Why this matter? This arrangement gave the Philippines the authority to enforce its own safety standards and design preferences, preventing the ghost project issues seen in other countries where donors build infrastructure that doesn't meet local needs. The structure allowed the Philippines to treat the bridge as a gift, an asset with zero liability, while China treated it as an export of services, keeping their own companies employed. Congress doesn't usually give away 3 billion without a strategic reason. One is diplomatic goodwill. By building a highly visible landmark in Davao City, the hometown of the former President Rodrigo Duterte, China builds political goodwill and strengthens ties with the local government and population. So ayun yan kay Doc Alan Botuyan. So yun kabibig ha, sana naintindihan mo ninyo ang explanation ni Doc Alan. Diba? So makikita natin dito na talagang it's all work from China. Merong konting tulong ang gobyerno, pero it's not on the money matters. Diba? So, ano na? During Duterte administration pala to. Oo, yung deal, agreement. 'Di ba? So ano ang iyong komento dito mga kabibig? Comment down below and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video para sa mga latest trending news na ating pag-usap-usapan. Klaro na talaga lahat, no? So huwag na tayo mag-away-away. Importante na bigyan tayo ng proyekto, napaka magandang proyekto galing sa China. So don't tell me, tatawagan niyo naman akong pro-China, pero marami ang nakabenepisyo sa programa sa Bocana Bridge ng Davao City, ng mga Pilipino. So don't tell me yung mga taong dadaan sa Bocana Bridge, Davao City ng gawa ng China, ay mga pro-China lang. Ano ba naman yung isip na yan? Bye everyone, see you next time.